Hi everyone, my name is Chris Ramsenpour and I'm the president of Secure Food Solutions. Today I'm going to tell you about our high-speed imaging technology to detect a dangerous toxin that threatens 25% of the world's crops. That toxin is called aflatoxin, and it's the carcinogenic byproduct of several mold species that naturally inhabit the soil. It affects a lot of crops around the world, but it especially likes corn, and that's for good reason. Corn is the largest, the most widely produced grain in the world. It's a staple crop for food and feed from North and South America to Europe, Africa, and Asia. In the United States, aflatoxin is tested for using chemical tests. They're used by over 16,000 grain elevators, feed mills, and food manufacturers in the United States each year on over 10 million truckloads of corn. The problem with these tests is that they're too slow. They take over 10 minutes to run when a grain elevator needs to unload a truck every 2 minutes. They also suffer a very high sampling error, and on top of that, they provide no way for a rejected truckload to remove the contaminated corn and protect the value of the clean corn in the truck. In developing countries around the world where chemical tests are rarely, if ever, used, aflatoxin poses a major threat to public health and food security. It's been linked to higher rates of liver cancer in parts of Africa and Asia, as well as tragically extremely high rates of childhood stunting in these same regions. Even in the United States, where chemical tests are used, aflatoxin causes hundreds of millions of dollars a year in crop loss, and sometimes much more than that. So aflatoxin enjoys high heat and drought conditions. In 2012 in the United States, there was a major drought, record heat and drought that affected much of the U.S. Corn Belt, leading to higher contamination levels than usual and over $1 billion in estimated losses. Well, this year is expected to be the hottest year on record, as was last year, as were the last 5 years. With these types of conditions becoming the new normal, not just in the United States, but around the world, market losses and public health threats from aflatoxin are expected to worsen. And that's why our technology is so important. It gives farmers and grain handlers around the world a way to better manage the threats of aflatoxin. Developed by scientists at Mississippi State and the USDA, our patented technology is rapid, reliable, non-destructive to the kernel, and easily automated for unlimited testing. It's based on the unique spectral fluorescence of contaminated corn. And with a processing time of just a few seconds, it lets you test more corn faster, much faster. In fact, we can screen over 60 samples in the same period of time it takes to run one chemical test. The heart of the technology is the detection algorithm, which we're embedding into software and will integrate into hardware applications like a rapid batch screener and an optical sorter. A batch screener would enable a grain handler to test more corn without disrupting operations. It'd let farmers test corn in the field before putting into storage or before taking to market. And optical sorters, which are already used to screen for other toxins, could expand their platform to now screen for aflatoxin contamination, remove contaminated grain, and protect the value of the clean corn in the truckload. Other applications for the technology include handheld devices, units integrated into the combine, as well as data collection to geomap aflatoxin contamination by region and country. Starting with the batch screener, our target clients are grain elevators, feed mills, and food manufacturers, as well as farmers with grain storage in the United States and other large corn-producing nations. The device will cost about $15,000 to manufacture per unit, although we expect to drive down component costs through high-volume ordering. We plan to sell the device for $25,000 and offer lease options to increase adoption. By enabling rapid and unlimited testing of grain and reducing exposure to contaminated corn, the device will save farmers and grain handlers thousands of dollars a year in market losses and more than pay for itself. We plan to launch the batch screener in 2018 upon completion of next year's prototype development stage. Reaching just 1% of grain elevators in the United States would give us $2.5 million in revenue. And with thousands of grain elevators, feed mills, and food manufacturers, and hundreds of thousands of farmers in the US and around the world, there's plenty of room for growth beyond that. Our team includes scientists, engineers, and sales executives with many years of experience in food safety and agriculture. To date, we have an exclusive on the patent. We have a demo model. We've identified a method to raise detection accuracy to over 95%. And just recently, we were selected for a National Science Foundation grant that will fund next year's prototype development stage. So with that grant, we're looking to raise another $100,000 to expand the prototype development stage to include testing of lower cost camera units, as well as testing in-motion detection. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you again for your time, and please come and find me afterwards if you're interested in learning more about our company and what we're doing. Thank you.